As we head into the fall, there are certain things that happen every fall in Central Virginia that a lot of us look forward to, and we'd like to invite you to a very, very good party. It's the 9th Annual Pink Tie Gala. Our very special guest is Susan Groves. Hey, Susan, good to see you again.
Good morning. How are you?
You know, I say the Pink Tie Gala, and it's the 9th annual, and we've been saying it for 9 years. And people just might think, well, okay, that's something they do every year, and it's a big deal, and everybody's thinking, it's a lot of work, and it didn't start out as a big deal. I want to take you back to the very first Pink Tie Gala, because I was there, and this was an idea you had, and you started this pretty much on your own.
I did. It was one of those wake up at 3 a.m, have this great idea, and you can't go back to sleep. And it's built over the years. The first year was pitiful.
It wasn't pitiful. I had a great time.
Everybody had a great time. It was wonderful. We built from that.
How many people came to the very first Pink Tie Gala?
Very first one was 87, and I gotta say, at least 30 of those we drug from in front of the tobacco company and begged them to come.
There's a party in here. Come on.
Right, it's exactly what we did. We stood out on the corner and begged them to come. But once they came, you'd be surprised how many of those people still come today.
Yeah.
So every year we have a couple hundred people that continue every year.
And this year we've moved to the convention center. Come on, girl.
I moved from the Omni the first year to the Marriott, and we outgrew the space at the Marriott. So we went to the convention center a year or so ago, and kind of have grown now to this year. I get to take down all the air walls.
Wow. And
we have the entire 50,000 square foot ballroom. So we're really excited. That's a new change. I promised everybody, I stood in front of them last year and said, next year this wall is coming down, and I'm really happy to say we're taking it down. So
you're like Reagan, tear down that
wall.
We're
tearing down that wall. Yes, we are.
Good
so
for you.
Last year we sold out, so I wanted to make sure that was not a problem this year.
Well, we're going to do that again this year.
Oh, yeah.
The 9th Annual Pink Tie Gala benefits the Susan Komen Foundation of Central Virginia. Talk a little bit about your relationship with Susan G. Komen.
They are wonderful. We love what they do. Their grant programs help people in the community. It's not, going to a lot of other things. You can actually see the grant programs here. Right now, one grant that they do every year to Bon Secours is called Every Woman's Life, which gives mammograms to women who can't afford it. I'm very happy to say that 100% of the proceeds that we give go directly to Susan G. Komen. It's not a case of we do a fundraiser and 50% goes to them. We do 100% of what we give goes directly to them. And then it supports those grant programs right here to women in the Richmond area, not nationally. It's right here. So we're really proud of that.
I don't want to get too personal here, but why did you start this? Were you touched by this or somebody you know?
Actually, I wasn't. It's a crazy story. I've never, at that point in my life, 9 years ago, had never even met a breast cancer survivor. But I decided to do this little fundraiser for my office, my business that I own now, and as you agree to do that, they send you information about breast cancer. So I started reading it. I never even knew anything about it at that point. But everywhere you saw it was passionately pink for the cure that year. So I had never thought about it, had never met anyone. I started reading the information, and about 11 o'clock one night, I'm reading the statistic. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed in their lifetime. And my teenage daughter walked in at that point, and this light bulb went off for me. So the little fundraiser I was doing with this little bucket on the counter at my office, and we were going to match the funds, didn't seem like enough at that point. So I went a little crazy, and that was my 3 o'clock in the morning. I woke up and said, no, I have to do something bigger. It has to be better than that. And, as a parent, when you think about it as your child, you do everything you can. And what I was going to do wasn't enough. So at this point, I've now met thousands and thousands of survivors, and they are now part of my life every day. And my daughter is the most educated teenager there is. She knows everything there is to know about breast cancer and is the heir to Pink Tie one day. So.
There you go. Let's talk about the party itself, and then we're going to come back to some other things. This year we have a theme. You have a theme almost every year. It's called a masquerade ball this year.
We did. Everybody loves to get all dressed up and wear a costume or not wear a costume. A lot of people will wear, it's a Victorian masquerade, so nobody's coming dressed as a hot dog and Since it's close to Thanksgiving, we stress that masquerade as a Victorian masquerade. But they're beautiful masks that ladies like to wear, and you can wear them or not. If you don't want one, don't have one, you can purchase one from us, make a donation, and we'll give you one. Everything is very classy looking. It's not a kind of cheesy Halloween party. But we did make it the Masquerade Ball last year, and everybody loved it so much we brought her back again this year.
October 17th, 7:30 at the Richmond Convention Center. Can we get tickets now?
You can still get tickets for a little while longer. You can call me at 745-0006, or you can go on our website. It's www.pinktiegala.org and get your tickets there.
Let's talk a little bit about one of the hallmarks of this event, and that is the Survivors Dance that you do. Tell us about that.
The second year, I decided that there were too many people like me at that point that hadn't known a breast cancer survivor, hadn't met one. So we decided to invite some breast cancer survivors to take free dance lessons and come out and perform at the event. And we showcase them all year long so that if you don't know a breast cancer survivor, I now have 6 that you can become best friends with. And they take the free dance lessons, and they come out and they do a ballroom dance, kind of like a Dancing with the Survivors without the grumpy judges, and they absolutely perform the most beautiful dances. Every year, we give them the Cinderella treatment. Dillard's at Stony Point is putting them in dresses, and then we have a hair and makeup company, Therapy Salon, is going to come and do their hair and makeup that night, and they absolutely love it.
And I know our friend Eleanor Rigby from Rigby's Jig.
She gives them the dance lessons every year. She's been doing it now for 8 years.
She is an amazing woman, obviously, who takes these people, and she tried to teach me to dance at one point. She said, some things just aren't doable.
Right.
But she does teach these people, and they come out, and it's so elegant, and so beautiful, and so touching.
They all start out every year with none of them have ever had dance lessons. That's one of the rules. And they start out on the same zero ground, and they all think they have 2 left feet. And she turns them into these fabulously beautiful dancers. And it's something that they get to keep for the rest of their lives. And it's our opportunity to spotlight. These are women that have been through literally hell, and they've come back, and they're absolutely beautiful and the most just inspiring women I've ever met.
It's my favorite part of the whole night,
Mine too.
And obviously it does touch a lot of hearts. This is a party, so let's talk about the entertainment for this party, because I'm very excited about this.
Well, we have a lot going on. We have raffles, we have silent auctions, we have the most fabulous food. The menu is on our page so that you can see it. And this year we are bringing back a group that we had the first few years. And then they took a little trip and split up and became now Innovation. So if you were ever familiar with Casper, this is the best part of Casper in my mind anyway. All the front men have come back, and we have the band Innovation playing, and we're all excited about that.
That's a great party band.
That's
a great party band. So you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to get to dress up in these beautiful outfits. You're going to have a masquerade theme. You're going to be helping a great cause. And then there's that party and the food, and yeah, I kind of like it. It's the 9th Annual Pink Tie Gala Masquerade Ball presented by Bon Secours Cancer Institute. It is October 17th, 7:30 till 12:30. And Susan Groves is our very special guest. When you started this, like we said, this is a very, very meager beginnings.
Yes.
To grow to this and see what it's become. I know it's got to make you proud, but there's a lot more to it than that. You have to do all of this work in advance.
Unfortunately.
Because you don't line up great bands and entertainment and sponsors and all the things that it takes because you're a nice person. You have to do all the hard work, too.
It is very gratifying. I will say I never wore pink until 9 years ago, and now I've become very pink. You can see my car coming a mile away. My life has become pink tie. It really has. Susan Groves disappeared. She no longer exists, and I am
Pink
now
Susan.
Pink tie.
Pink tie Susan.
There is a lot of work that goes into it. And we have a great group of volunteers that help me. That night, you'll see them running all over the place.
Do you still need volunteers at this late point?
Absolutely, always.
All right, well, let's tell them how we can volunteer then.
All you have to do is contact me at susan@pinktiegala.org or 745-0006.
And she's there, trust me, almost 24/7.
Yeah, I'm there. I am definitely
She's there working. She's wearing pink, and she looks pretty, but she's working. When I think about the Pink Tie Gala, I think about the people, and I think about that very special dance with the survivors. Let's talk about the doctors that get involved, too, because they've been part of the entertainment at some point.
They really have. They've been a great partner. Every year, I pick a doctor, and we get to torture him or her a little bit.
Yeah.
They have to take dance lessons with Rigby Shig, and they have to come out and perform a dance. This year, it is Dr. Wilson, Misty Wilson from Virginia Breast Center. She's so excited. We've had Dr. Pelicane, who's just the premier breast cancer doctor in the area.
And one of the best humans you'll ever meet.
That too.
Yeah.
We've tortured him a couple of years because it's just so much fun to do. Yeah. But yes, and the patients love to see the doctors out there looking their best. So it is good.
That's got to be a great treat. I mean, you see these people in this work environment, stressful environment, at one of the really tough times in your life. But then you come through that tunnel, and then you see them on the other side, all dressed up, looking absolutely gorgeous. And that's got to be a treat in itself.
We have so many of the breast cancer medical professionals that come from Bon Secours Medical Oncology. So you can be sitting across the table having dinner with the doctor that did your surgery, see them on the dance floor. You get a lot of exposure to them outside their element, which is a nice thing. You get to see them enjoying themselves. And it's good for us. I mean, I think we get an opportunity to spotlight them as being human. They are our heroes in this, but they are also human. And it's a nice opportunity for us to spotlight them and give them a night of just let's enjoy life, let's celebrate together, and everybody gets to dance and have a great time too. So, and we raise some money in the background, so it's a good thing.
On a personal note, I was, like I said, I was there at the very beginning. Shelley Perkins and I got to do this a couple of times, and we get to come back and be the MCs again this year.
Very excited about that, bringing you back. You have to break out those videos of how to do that pink bow tie again and see if you can find that old YouTube video.
I don't wear them very often, and I have to watch the instructional video every time. Spend about 45 minutes getting it down, and then it's like
they have the clip-ons. We can just get you a clip-on.
Yeah, it's not the same. I want to go authentic if I can. Now, if I show up with a pink clip-on, trust me, there will be a pink clip-on purchased, but I'm going to go for the real thing. This is a premier autumn event that is going to raise a lot of money for a lot of good work, and you're going to have a lot of fun. And we haven't even hardly mentioned the food. So let's cover that because that's important.
The food is amazing. This year, we added a mashed potato bar, which I'm very excited about. In 9 years, I've never tasted the food at this event. You'll have
to dance.
There's a chicken Florentine. There's a pork tenderloin. There's a Virginia ham. There's a salmon.
We already said I'm there. You didn't have to say Virginia ham twice.
Yes, yeah. Salmon something. It is just unbelievable. Check out our Facebook page. There's lots of information about the menu there, but it just goes on and on and on. And then there's a cash bar. And if you're into raffles, I have 3 raffles, a 50-50 raffle, a restaurant raffle, which is $1,000 worth of gift certificates for restaurants.
Wow.
And there's a very wonderful wagon full of wine. There's about 75 bottles of wine in this wagon that you can buy a raffle ticket to win.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Susan Groves has been our very special guest this time. Saturday, October 17th. Mark it down, 7:30 till 12:30. Don't wait until then to try to get a ticket. It does sell out every year. And we're getting close to that now. Greater Richmond Convention Center, 9th Annual Dance to raise funds for breast cancer awareness. Great programs, survivor support, education, research right here in Central Virginia. That's where the money stays. This year, a masquerade theme, and we're looking forward. Innovation is the band. Shelley Perkins and myself get to MC. We want to have you there. Give them the website one more time.
It is pinktiegala.org.
pinktiegala.org for the 9th Annual Pink Tie Gala, and you heard about it on Focus Richmond.